Hello, this is Peter with PM Designs. In this video I'm going to show you how to make some basic shoes, which is actually, it seems to be what a lot of people don't know how to do. So yeah, I'll just get straight on with it and won't dilly-dally too much. So there's a few ways you could do this, but I'm going to show you how I do it, and if you like that, then please drop a like at the end. If you don't, then find your own way to do it. Ha. Anyway, so this is how I would get the basic shape to start with. Yeah, just a little bit like that, with some proportional editing. Bring that in a bit. These are a bit too far apart. And like I say, this is just for the basic shape because I'm going to do something completely different a bit later. You could actually start with this as the sole of your shoe. Actually, I'll just show you roughly how to do that while we're here. So it's a bit too far apart, that one. Excuse me. So you could actually just start extruding upwards to build the sole of your shoe, like this, and then connect these two, and then continue to extrude, and just keep going up and resizing, making it smaller until you end up at the ankle of the shoe. But I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to use a sphere because spheres are nice. Yeah, just simply starting it off with like that. Get that basic shape, and edit mode, X-ray, and get rid of not quite half of it, just less than half of it, because I do want the bit which tapers in there. And I'm going to go to the top. Oh yeah, I forgot to size on the what way is our shoe facing? On the X. Okay. Roughly on the X. Let's bring that up. So now, still in X-ray mode, or going from underneath actually might be easier. I can just line up the shoe roughly like that. The reason I'm making this is because I sell 3D models online, and I'm surprised by how many people buy the shoes I make, because it's just, I think it's a pretty easy thing to do, but apparently not. So I'm going to cost myself some revenue here, possibly by showing people how to do it. Not the best idea, but yeah, about there, that ought to do it. Delete those faces. I'm going to select this part. I'm using the loop tools. I always use the loop tools add-on. It's really nice, loop tools, because then if you end up with something which is not a circle, you can just make it into a circle like that. And yeah, obviously the ankle of shoes is not perfectly circular, but that was a bit too stretched for my liking. Yeah, so you see where I'm going with this? It's so easy. But yeah, still people buy my ready-made shoes. I'm not going to complain. Pretty cheap though anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to get that lined up with the sole. Apply all the transforms before going into sculpt mode. I am trying to do this, so it might seem a bit rushed. I'm sorry if that makes it difficult to keep up, but it's really not that difficult, I think. But it's still worth making a tutorial, because there's bound to be someone out there who's struggling. The other way, if you're actually making clothes for a model, for an existing model, it's much easier to make your shoes, because you can just say select the feet of your model, duplicate them. Oops, what am I doing? I'm talking about duplicate, and I duplicate the feet and make them slightly larger, and then work from there and start to build up your shoes. Okay, this is more just, it's not so much a tutorial, it's more like just watch how I do it. I can't be bothered to explain everything. Okay, so sorry. Yeah. Okay, we don't have that much mesh to work with, so we have to pop into object mode and apply the transforms quite often before going back. I do it through sculpting. You could do it with proportional editing, but I find sculpting is just a little bit quicker. And just get that about right. It does help if you have a reference as well when you're doing this. So yeah, and then I can just join the sole to the shoe here, and then I just want to bridge those gaps. It should be about right. I might just add another cut, another loop in here. I don't want to get too much weirdness when I bridge the gap. Right, let's see how that works. Bridge, yeah, that's okay. Not too bad at all. Yeah. Right, and if you were making a boot, for example, like a military boot or a walking boot or something like that, what I would recommend is I'll show you. You might need to do it with more vertices, but yeah, just get a couple of vertices. Press J, all the way along, because then you've got some stuff to help you make the tread. I don't know if it's called tread, the grip, whatever. The up and downy bits of the shoe. Because then I could say, I'm not making walking boots here, but if I wanted to, I would go along here, excluding that part, all the way along, take those parts away, and select checker deselect. Excuse me. Alright, fine, I'll just do it manually. I don't even want those parts anyway. Checker deselect, and then you could extrude down. But obviously you'd need a lot more. Yeah, but that's how you could get the tread on those shoes very easily. Anyway, back to this one. Let's get on with it. I'm going to bring these parts up a bit because it's a bit out of place. To select more than that. Actually, I should just select the whole thing and sort it out. It's alright as it is, actually. It's fine because that can be where my tongue starts. From about there, and the S and Y, without proportional editing, S and Y, just to make that a little bit, not quite flat, but a little bit flatter, and maybe this one as well. Yeah, I'll get this one too. S and Y, about there, that ought to do. And then I'll get these opposite ones. No, it's really off. Sorry. More haste, less speed. Or whatever it is. Is that the right one? Or more speed, less haste? I can't remember. And then I'm going to do that with that one. I'm going to grab the middle here, middle to proportional editing. Bring that off. This is going to be to form the tongue of the shoe. Something like that. Oh, something terrible is going on here. That was double G, by the way. And same with this one. I'll just bring that straight down. Why is that so incredibly flat? Oh well, not to worry. Just GZ that. I'll bring this one up. Yeah, something like that ought to do. I'll bring it down a bit along this way. Alright, so then I'm just going to separate this part to create my tongue, and then I'm going to rather inefficiently join it back, just because when did that get joined? Alright, yeah, I'm going to separate it to make it easier than ripping all the individual vertices. Separate like that, I'm going to rotate it slightly on the x-axis, oh, whatever, that's a bit too much. Yeah, something like that. And then I'll just join it back. So now we got the separate part there. Shade this smooth. Yeah. If you wanted to add a subdivision here, you could, but you'll notice that it starts to cause problems with the sole of the shoe, which we'll have to go in and fix. So I'm not going to do that just yet. But one thing I'm going to do is bring up the toe, because if you ever stare at shoes, like I quite often do on the street, you'll notice that the toe is often up. And then yeah, use a sculpt here to get it back into the shape you want. It's a bit off over there, so I'm going to bring that around a little bit, fix that slightly. This needs to come in here, this needs to be a bit rounder. I don't want to affect the sole of the shoe, because that's quite nice and flat. Right, so yeah, getting somewhere with that. It's starting to look alright. I'm going to finish it, basically going to finish it there, because I don't want to make the video too long, but one thing I'm going to show you is how to, what I would do next is solidify it, just to give that tongue a bit of thickness, yeah, and to create that thickness down there. Okay, so that's that one, and then I would also, actually let's do that before, create like if some shoes have like a little, I don't know what do you call it, a cushion part or a rib or something around the ankle of the shoe. So I'll just duplicate this line, press escape, separate that, go into object mode, grab that line that I've separated and turn it into a curve. Convert to curve, go down to curve settings, give it some thickness of about, I don't know, let's try 0.1. Nope. Okay, let's try, oh sorry, that's the offset. Depth, 0.1. Whoa, my days, 0.01. Something like, there we go. Okay, nice. And then we can also grab these two with proportional editing on, press Alt S and shrink those down. And then if we just pop back into object mode and convert that back into a mesh, we can join it to our shoe, and then we've got this nice little, I don't know what you'd call it, cushion, rib, ankle protector, but yeah, something like that. I'm going to leave that there for now. Like I say, solidify it just to finish it off. You could connect, instead of having this tongue separate, you could just make quite a nice sort of gentleman's loafer like that. But I'm going to make another video where I'm going to add more detail like shoelaces. But yeah, if you found that useful, please drop a like, and check out the other one where I'll show you how to do the shoelaces and any other detail. Thanks very much.